A low-carbon transition programme has been developed by the Institute Positive Fashion, which is the British Fashion Council sustainability programme. Here we're helping to support all those through the programme to transition to low carbon. We're doing so by helping them to baseline their emissions, determine tangible reduction plans, and also help them make their businesses much more in line with circular economy principles. The fashion industry globally is responsible for up to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. That's more than shipping and aviation combined, and it's staggering. All forecasts are currently saying we can't reduce our emissions by the UN date of 2030, so we need to all act, no matter how big our business, in order to reverse that change.
There's a lot of regulation coming down the line, but it isn't placed at the moment, and so a lot of the actions are voluntary. It's been a really successful programme. We are working with 50 different businesses. It is free to the businesses, incredible training, supported by the Greater London Authority's UK Shared Prosperity Fund, and really important for us because it's part of our mission to help our whole community, from big businesses to small independent businesses, to think about their impact on the planet, and to do that not only through decarbonisation but thinking about a circular fashion ecosystem here in the UK.
We decided to join the LCT programme because I think it's imperative that we have industry-wide knowledge, and through that knowledge we're able to make the right changes to have a lower impact.
We had already been calculating our carbon footprint for a year, but we were really struggling to know how to decarbonise, how to take the next step.
It's really informative. You come out of it at the end with a listing of what your carbon emissions are.
Very insightful information that we cannot get it from somewhere else.
The access that we got to different consultants doing sessions with us was just brilliant.
I would recommend anyone to join in.
We're hoping that all of the businesses will be able to undergo training to baseline where their business is now through a data-led approach, really understand what targets they can achieve, to really think about moving to circular business models, to engage with their customers, and of course to make significant choices in their design processes and business operations that will really help them decarbonise.
When I saw this programme, I was really excited to get to know other similar-sized businesses that might face the same challenges as ourselves.
The SME sector accounts for 99.6% of business population in the UK, according to the Federation of Small Businesses. It's a staggeringly high amount. And when we think about fashion industry at global level, SMEs are the predominant actors when it comes to driving change. It's often an overlooked and underserved part of our industry.
But equally, because they're small, is that they don't have the access to the resources, knowledge and expertise to enable them to really deliver these programs internally.
We really want to help them with training through climate and fashion action, decarbonisation levers. We provide a materials masterclass and really help to introduce them to the regulatory landscape.
Through the programme we've understood that some of our fabrics have higher emissions than we thought, and so we're exploring more recycled options and more fabric innovation.
Synthetic fabrics are talked about a great deal in terms of their impact. Polyester, nylon and acrylic derived from fossil fuels, and so the impact in the creation of those fabrics is significant. The material choices being a key part of what our designer businesses can do.
We need to look at sustainability more holistically. Every step from when we design, create, produce is our responsibility.
If we can help support those that are providing 80% of jobs in the UK or accounting for up to 70% of industry turnover in Europe, that's a really high amount of people and a really high amount of revenue when it comes to our economy. Collectively, their emissions are considerable. If we can really support these SMEs, especially when it comes to how small they are in terms of driving change at a faster level than their larger business counterparts, they can really be an exemplar of innovation and forward thinking.
The program itself is more than just a platform, a measuring tools, but also giving us guidance. Decarbonising is a continuous project. It's not a one-time thing. We are looking at a long-term goal.
British Fashion Council have been brilliant. That access to programmes like this are really helpful. Creative minds can figure out these problems. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself.
If we all get together, we build a community and we talk about it and teach everybody else, the larger businesses have no choice but to follow what the public want. The most important thing I would say in the fashion world right now is to make your business more sustainable. It is frightening what's going on to our planet, and I honestly think it's our duty to do something about it.
And that's everything from the way that we design, the material choices, how we move the goods around, how we engage with consumers, how we as consumers then dispose of products, and really an opportunity to move towards a more circular fashion ecosystem, but to do that through a lens of reducing our carbon impact.